Hello students, welcome to my channel Study Vitamin. Students, in this video we will discuss the two terms, the speed and the velocity. So speed and the velocity that you should learn in this video very detailed and clearly. So firstly, see these two cars, red and blue. A car red is covering a distance of 15 km in 10 minutes and the car blue is covering a 15 km again in the 15 minutes. So, can you tell me which car is running faster, red car or blue car? Yes, think once. Yes, red car is moving faster than the blue car because it is covering a same distance within less time. 10 minutes it is taking only just to complete that 15 kilometer distance. Okay, so that's why the red car it is running faster. So let's discuss. For discussing that which car is running faster, which is running slower, we need the two terms. The one thing is the distance traveled by an object. The second one thing, the time taken by the object to cover that distance. So these two things if you are knowing, then you can easily calculate, if you can easily give the answer about the faster and the slower. So let us suppose these two children, they are moving from his home and they are reaching to the school. So the speed, it is the distance which is covered by an object, by the person in the unit time. That is known as speed. And speed, it has only magnitude. So that's why speed, it is a scalar quantity. Okay. So next one, speed, it is given by the formula speed is equal to distance divided by time. Distance divided by time. If the distance, it is measured in the meters and time is measured in the seconds, so we can say that speed has the SI unit, meter per second. Okay, so let us calculate the value of the speed with which this red car it is moving. So in this case, we are having 0 km as the starting point and the 15 km as the ending point. So it is taking, the red car it is taking a distance of, a time of 10 minutes just to cover this one distance. So let's use the formula speed is equal to distance divided by time. Speed is equal to distance 15 km, time 10 minutes. So divide these two, 1.5 km in 1 minute. So in this case, the red car it is covering a 1.5 km distance within 1 minute. So is it moving always with the same speed? Think once. No. Sometime this distance which is covered by the red car, it can be more than 1.5 also, it can be less than 5 km also. So this speed, it is nothing but the average speed of that red car. So that's why we can also write down here the average speed, which is the 1.5 km per minute, because the car can cover the equal, can move with the same speed also, it can also move with a different speed. Okay. So next one, how to remember the three formulas with which we can easily do the numerical problems, that speed and distance and time. So this triangle in which these three quantities that are represented like this, that is known as the speed triangle. So if you want to find out the distance, put your hand on the distance, and distance it will be given by speed and time. So distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. If you want to find out the value of time, so put your hand on the time, and then time is equal to distance divided by speed. Okay, so next one, if you want to find out the speed is equal to distance divided by time. So with this same speed triangle, we can easily learn the three formulas of distance, time and the speed. So it will make our task of remembering the formula easy. So you have to learn that only the speed triangle with which you can easily find out the three formulas. Okay, so next one, the speed is equal to distance divided by time. Speed is equal to 60 meter per second, that is given to us, and the time taken by this, it is 1 minute, is equal to 60 seconds. So we should have to find out in this case the total distance covered by that person, by that car, with this speed and within this time. So the distance d is equal to speed multiplied by time, as we have already found the formula for the distance, speed multiplied by time. Speed is equal to 60 meter per second, and put the value of time 60 seconds. So 60 multiplied by 60, 3600 meters only. So in this case, can you give me the answer in which direction this distance has been covered? Is it in the right side? Is it in the left side, or up and down? In which direction? That is a very big question on us. So if you want to describe the motion, this magnitude, this 3600 magnitude, it is not sufficient to describe this condition. So that's why the speed, which is a scalar quantity, we should have to find out some other quantity also, in which we should mention the direction also, which also give the complete information in which direction it has to be moved. Okay, so that is speed plus direction will be a velocity. So if a car is moving from it is starting from the 0 km per hour, and it move a distance and up to 55 km per hour in the one direction, that is the east direction. So the car which is moving 55 km per hour in east direction, so here 55 km it is the magnitude, and the east direction it is the distance, it is the direction. So if the magnitude as well as the direction both are mentioned, then we can say that that is the velocity. That is the velocity. Okay, so let's take one more example for the definition of velocity. The students, they are moving from the home to the school. They are having a one unique direction, that is a northeast direction. Okay, so the students which are moving with some speed, we should have to mention the direction also. 5 meters per second it is the magnitude, and northeast is the direction in which they are moving. So it means in this case we are talking about the velocity of these students. So what is velocity? Velocity, it is the total distance traveled by an object in unit time, in the unique direction. So that is known as velocity. If we are having some distance covered in the unit time, and we are also having a unique direction in which these objects, they are moving, so it means we are having that the velocity which have magnitude and direction. So we can say that the velocity, it is a vector quantity. Velocity is the vector quantity. So let's recapitulate the important points about the velocity. Number one, velocity, it is a speed and direction. Second one point, velocity, it is a vector quantity because it is having magnitude as well as the direction. So that's why it is a vector quantity. Next one point, velocity has the same unit as the speed because the direction, it do not have any units, only the speed will have the units. So the speed's units, that are meter per second or kilometer per hour. So you can say the velocity will also have the same unit, meter per second or kilometer per hour. Next one, the velocity can be positive, can be negative, can be zero. It can be positive if the object is moving in the forward direction. It can be negative if the object starts moving in the opposite direction. Then in that case it will be negative. And it will also be zero if the displacement of the object is equal to zero. In that case the velocity will also be zero, because the starting point and the ending point in the circular path, in a closed path, it will be balanced. It will be coincide with each other. So in that case the velocity will be zero. So that's all about our today's video. If you have still not liked to my video, please like to this video and share to my channel with your friends and with your colleagues, and don't forget to press the subscribe button, and don't forget to press the bell icon also. Your own channel Study Vitamin, take your daily dose and learn more with some interesting way. Thank you and have